¿Lograron emplazar al señor Andrade? ¿Qué es lo que se sabe? ¿Lograron emplazar al señor Andrade? Thank you.
Magali Ortiz TV. Noticias, reportajes, farándula y mucho más. Síguenos en nuestras redes sociales.
Ya está. Camille, please tell us what happened today. Give us a brief statement, please.
We actually can't speak today, unfortunately. So the court took everything under submission and it's under seal. So we're expecting her rulings on all the matters before her.
En español, por favor, para Telemundo. ¿Qué es lo que sucedió el día de hoy?
Nada pasó hoy. La corte selló todo lo que tenía enfrente y se va a retirar el juez, la juez. Se va a retirar cuando terminamos este mes.
¿Por qué quisieron sellar todo el caso?
Todo está en nuestros papeles, entonces vamos a ver cómo la juez decide.
De hoy en adelante todo va a estar sellado, entonces de hoy en adelante los nombres de las personas que va a pasar, porque eso se trataba aquí.
No sabemos eso todavía. Eso es lo que ella va a decidir.
Ok, todavía no se decide entonces si van a quedar como anónimas.
Vamos a ver cómo ella.
¿Cómo está Gloria?
Está muy bien, está muy fuerte, energía, está bien contenta con sus shows y trabajando mucho, como siempre. Pero está muy bien y fuerte.
¿Qué me pueden decir acerca de emplazar? ¿Lograron emplazar al señor Andrade? ¿Qué es lo que se sabe? ¿Lograron emplazar al señor Andrade? Thank you.
Listen, you asked if I had something to say. Really what I want to say is it's less about the individual personalities. The defendants are part of a very powerful network, a system that allowed, perpetuated, and still profits from traffic and sexual assault of minors. And that's what our clients are trying to do in seeking accountability, is to shed light on that, the reality of that, the pressures that they face in bringing forward this case never end. The problem is, and what we talked about in court today, of course, is addressing how do you seek accountability and still try to maintain some measure of protection and privacy. But first and foremost, we really do need to acknowledge what happened well over a decade, and it wasn't just individuals who were involved. It was the institution, the music industry, the companies, record labels, all were involved. And hopefully that's part of the process that our clients can do in bringing accountability. And thank you all for your appreciation and attention to this. I know you're paying a lot of attention and doing your best to understand. A lot of this has been, procedural nightmares and stuff that we have to deal with in our justice system to make sure that we ensure fairness to all parties. Sometimes it gets confusing. Now we're in this process of discovery, as you heard today, where both sides are going to be focused on gaining information about what happened, about witnesses, documents, what exists as we prepare for trial. So that we're kind of in that phase of the process.
Tell us about this process where they sent us outside and it was sealed. It was ordered to be sealed. What exactly happened?
So basically the court honored the intention of the plaintiffs to remain anonymous until she ultimately decides whether they can remain anonymous or not. And in order to do that, we needed to clear the courtroom so that we could all have a conversation and an argument without worrying about revealing who the plaintiffs are until the court decides.
So it hasn't been decided then?
No, it hasn't. She's taken it under submission, and I expect a ruling in the near future.
The judge clearly noticed that there is a social media impact.
There is.
That could affect tremendously. Myself get a lot of things because the other party is pushing a lot and using a lot of arguments to attack not just the victims but to whoever is support that. And I noticed that the judge clearly noticed that, and we hope that gets the support. And I assume that all the evidence is on the table for her to review and take a positive decision in favor of the plaintiffs.
That's correct. We have a briefing done by a couple of survivor groups here in Los Angeles and nationwide who have paid attention to this issue, the importance of anonymity in a sexual assault case. They've come forward to support, and the court is considering that. I think that she has been very thorough and comprehensive in her consideration. You made me think of something else I wanted to say on that. Yeah, it's the world we live in today. You know, we are forever, social media is everything. YouTube, everything is on YouTube. And that's why I say, you know, I appreciate that you all are looking at this closely. As I have said in the past, I think this is an incredibly important issue. We are not running from it. We are trying to shed light on the harms that occurred and put them in the proper light to bring evidence into the courtroom so that the facts, all the facts from both sides, from all sides, can be considered and adjudicated by a jury. And we look forward to that day because that has yet to happen.
They talked about Sergio Andrade still not being served or located. He's like hiding. If they can't find him,
can you tell me where?
If they can't find him,
let me know.
If they can't find him, if they can't serve him, does that stop the lawsuit, or can he be just kicked out of the lawsuit and just?
No, what we would seek on our side, we would seek a default judgment, and it's another procedural effort if we're unable to serve him. And what we're working to, as I said in court, is to serve him in Mexico. We're still trying to serve him in Spain if we need to. International service makes it that much more complicated, and it's more effective for him to avoid this. I don't think I'm surprising anybody that he apparently is avoiding facing justice in this case, which is tragic. But we're going to keep trying, and the court has methods that we can use if we're not able to physically connect with him to effect service. And then from there, if he does not appear in the case, the next step would be seeking a default judgment.
And what would happen then? What were you seeking? What would you be seeking from that?
Basically, we would put together information related to what we believe the judgment should be in favor of the plaintiffs for compensation of the harm that he caused.
Thank you so much. Gracias.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you for your attention.
Gracias.
Si te gustó este video, suscríbete a nuestro canal Magali Ortiz TV y dale click a la campanita con todo lo mejor sobre chismes del espectáculo, farándula y muchísimo más. No lo olvides, comparte este video y suscríbete. Magali Ortiz TV.